face. Took so many L's, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use a can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Drown out my problems, let me When I've been it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Mike, ready? Ready? Check. Lucky. Protein spill. Middle. Check. Tight. Hey, Charlie.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Here we go, D. Alert 3. Middle.
Now Allen gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. This is McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
319, half 85. At the 49-yard line. Any day. He's half. Crash. Watch the other. Smooth.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
I'm coming after you. 56. 52, Mike. 52.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set it up. 319. Check, 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 check. Spot. Spot. No.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Throwing on second and long. Rodgers. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Fielded at the 20. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throwing on second down. Allen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Space to maneuver at the 40. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
Round 80. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, McCaffrey. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Allen. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
third and long. It's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Number 58. Inside.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. Rodgers now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
26.
Now Rodgers. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Allen will try again on second down. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a third down. Here's Allen. It's Kelsey on the ground.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Allen now on first down. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, box drop.
And again, it's Allen. He finds Taylor, complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic.
On first down, Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground, and they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Rodgers. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll run on first down. Hines, and he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Rodgers. He's got Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Rodgers on 3rd down. He'll find Hines out of the backfield.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. From the 27, Allen nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dee Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big?
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Throwing is Rodgers. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. loss here as he's taken down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Christian Kirksey able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Here's Allen to throw it. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking downfield for Kelsey. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Grant. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And it's the best possible spot to begin a drive. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. They'll try to run with Hines. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
56. Hey, watch the lane. 56, 56. 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide.
Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
Throwing now is Allen. And his throw is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Alert, alert, alert. Check, check, tap, half.
Hey, exit.
25, check 25.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Allen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Allen to throw once more. And Thomas has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago. Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, and it'll bring up third down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, in the fourth quarter here, you've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Hey, home.
Buzz.
Throwing is Allen on third. And that's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. And this is incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On third down, it's Hines. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now it's Hines. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Hines. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 31. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Aguilar has it. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. This is Hines. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This a quick pass to Davis. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Regular. Middle. Look out.
On play action, Allen. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. That one good for 33 and a 1st.
Let's go. 1st and goal.